See why China's leader Xi Jinping publicly called out Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. You leaked what we discussed to the newspapers. That's not how conversations happen, he said. Can you imagine at the G20 in Bali? The Chinese leader is calling out, everybody heard this? You leaked what we discussed in the newspaper. That's not how conversations happen. The Iron Front is beginning to experience internal friction due to the inadequacy and arrogance of leaders such as the hyperbole Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. The latter so irked the normally calm Chinese leader's public outbursts that Xi Jinping was forced to publicly scold him, telling him, "You leaked what we discussed in the papers. That's not how conversations happen. Let's go see what happened." Chinese President Xi Jinping on Wednesday criticized Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau in person over alleged leaks of their closed-door meeting at the G20 summit, capturing a rare public display of annoyance by the Chinese leader. Beijing, 16 November, Reuters. Chinese President Xi Jinping on Wednesday personally criticized Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau over leaks of their closed-door meeting at the G20 summit, marking a rare public display of annoyance by the Chinese leader. In videos released by Canadian broadcasters, Xi and Trudeau are seen standing close to each other and talking through a translator. "This is not right and it cannot be done like this," Xi said in Mandarin. "If there is honesty, we can communicate well with mutual respect. Otherwise, the result will not be easy to tell," he said. His displeasure was likely a reference to media reports that Trudeau expressed serious concerns about alleged spying and Chinese interference in Canadian elections during a meeting with Xi on Tuesday, his first talk with the Chinese leader here in more than 3 years. Canada never released an official reading from the meeting. A translator for Xi can be heard in the video telling Trudeau that everything we discussed was leaked to the newspaper. That's not appropriate. The video captured a rare candid moment for Xi, whose image is carefully curated by Chinese state media. Trudeau responded to Xi's initial criticism, saying, "In Canada, we believe in free, open, honest dialogue, and we will continue to have that. We will continue to try to work constructively together, but there will be things we disagree on," Trudeau said. Before he can finish his speech, however, Xi looked slightly annoyed, cutting him off, and says flatly, create the conditions, okay?" Before smiling, shaking Trudeau's hand, and walking away. Neither the Chinese Foreign Ministry nor state media have published anything about the talks between Xi and Trudeau. The two held an informal meeting on the sidelines of the G20 summit on Tuesday. According to a government source, Xi held 9 official bilateral meetings with other heads of state during the summit, according to the Chinese Foreign Ministry website. The brief but revealing Xi-Trudeau exchange highlighted tensions between China and Canada, which have been high since the 2018 arrest of Huawei Technologies executive Meng Wanzhou and Beijing's subsequent arrest of 2 Canadians on espionage charges. All 3 were later released. Despite the liberalization, tensions have flared recently. An employee at Canada's largest power company, Hydro-Quebec, who was involved in the battery materials investigation, has been charged with espionage for allegedly trying to steal trade secrets on behalf of China, Canadian police said on Monday. News of the arrest came as Trudeau and Xi attended the G20 summit on the Indonesian island of Bali. Earlier this month, Canada ordered 3 Chinese companies to divest their investments in Canada Vital Minerals, citing national security. And P.S., the Chinese leader and the Chinese Communist Party collaboration with the West in covering up the laboratory nature of the COVID-19 virus. So this is from a Greek article I've translated for you. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.